Hello and welcome to Shosta's House. On this week's episode, I have a very interesting guest in that she's under the age of 32 years old, under or below, and of course aspiring for Kanyama constituency. Kanyama constituency is one of the biggest constituencies in the country with a lot going on, and of course she's going for it in the year 2026. Her name is Nalishe Bonyambe, and of course she's here to tell us why the people of Kanyama should give her that vote come next year. Hey Nalishe, what are you doing today?
I am doing great things.
Thank you for making time on this show today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, on this show, a lot of people usually have questions for our guests, and I actually hope you are ready, other than the questions that I already have for you.
Okay, I am ready.
You're ready,
I
right?
was born ready.
Yeah, awesome. So I'd like to start with what has inspired your political, journey into this arena, especially at your young age, and also especially in Kanyama. What's the inspiration?
Okay, so the inspiration I have always, ever since I was a little girl,
Uh-huh.
I've always wanted to embark on this journey. But it was always the question of when can I do it. I think you have to agree with me that the political environment wasn't so welcoming. In the previous government, we had tear gassing, a lot of brutality. So the president, and thanks to President Hakainde Hichilema for sanitizing the political environment, he has made it welcoming for women, and not only women, but the youth also. So I decided this is the perfect time because majority of the voters are women and youth. So
Yes.
why not take part?
Okay.
And Kanyama, I am from Kanyama. I've lived in Kanyama for over 10 years. So there's no place in Lusaka that I know better than Kanyama.
It comes from the fact that the environment is conducive, and the president says, hey, young people, ladies, jump into the arena.
Yeah, it's more like a go-ahead from the president, but it's always been there. It's always been there.
That's what I'm talking about. So now, many youths, you being one of them, have actually declared interest in politics. What sets you apart?
I feel like every person is different. We are not all the same. We bring different things to the table. What I can do, you cannot do. So what sets me apart is a lot of things. Me being a woman, I have my nurturing, soft, but still disciplined side. And also me being young makes me energetic, makes me creative, and makes me really want to work hard. If the people of Kanyama, 500,000 people from Kanyama, choose me, I must earn it, Shosta. I must prove to them every single day that I can do it. And because I'm starting my political career very, I wouldn't say very early, but at a young age, I feel like I don't have a chance or I don't have a reason to fail. I must.
You do not have a reason to fail. Earlier on, you said that the political environment was not very conducive. Did you go through, do you have any sort of experience?
Yes, I do, Shosta. So coming from Kanyama, you agree with me that Kanyama has a lot of informal settings.
Yeah.
So in that constituency, a lot of people are not educated, right? Because it's quite big. So
Yeah.
a whole lot of city, market, Soweto, that's Kanyama. Shosta, in the previous government, if you walk just wearing red, you're going to be harassed.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about physical harassment, but I'm also talking about verbal harassment. People will call you names, call you Dao, people will call you tribalist. Oh no, she's just supporting because she's wearing red because she's lousy. So I did experience it quite a lot actually.
Awesome. Going into 2026, we would like to know, do you have plans of going in and as an independent, or you would ultimately like to be adopted by one of the political parties?
Okay, so my Facebook followers,
Yeah.
everybody close to me,
Uh-huh.
I think they already know the answer to that.
Oh, really?
They already have an answer to that, or they're expecting
Yes,
an
yes.
answer because
Yes.
I haven't shied away or I haven't hidden the fact that I support President Hakainde Hichilema.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So, going forward, it's really about being on the ground, working with the people, selling the name. And as we get closer to the elections, I'll see. I'll see.
Oh, okay. So ultimately, you would like to be adopted by the UPND if it
Yes,
works out that way.
absolutely, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
And also, you've been in support of him.
Yes.
Now, as a young politician, tell me something. Why would you want to as you are beginning your political career, to go with a party that people on the ground, especially Kanyama constituency, people are saying that they failed to deliver on a lot of their promises? The cost of living, the load shedding, and a lot of other things. Why do you want to go with the party that a lot of people will have question marks on you as you are beginning?
I agree. Number one reason is because I've made it very clear that I support President Hakainde Hichilema.
Come again?
I support President Hakainde Hichilema because of his values and what he stands for. However, the president, because he's full of integrity, he's disciplined, he's sober-minded, it doesn't mean that the entire UPND government will be like that. We're going to have corruption here and there, but it doesn't mean the president is like that. So I will support the president and support the party because I feel like there is hope.
There's
At least
hope.
there's some hope that they can still deliver on those promises that they had made to the people. There is hope. Reason number two, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, is that the opposition has been destabilized. We do not have an opposition party that is giving us pressure. I don't know, maybe the viewers will have to give me a name of a party, but right now, the PF, I don't want to get into their matters because then they're going to come for me, but the PF right now, there's a lot of fights inside the party, so we can't really count on that. And then the other parties, I don't know, they just don't appeal to me as much as the UPND does.
Awesome. One would say that if you probably stood as an independent, because you know how Zambians vote. Zambians vote was sometimes protesting, like they send out protest
Yes,
votes.
absolutely.
So if a Zambian hasn't had it well for the last maybe 5 years, when they go into an election, they probably want to give to the next best option.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Don't you think that a lot of people would actually be, a lot of your votes would actually be affected the fact that you'll be standing on the UPND?
So you standing on the UPND just like one, believe that people vote for person. People were not voting for the UPND government, they were voting for the person at the top. Hakainde Hichilema. So if the people of Kanyama believe in me and believe in what I want to do, I don't think the UPND government is going to, because then you create relationships with people. You get to know the people. So at the end of the day, that might affect it, but not so much if you're really on the ground and the people love you.
When you say backbone, when you say the political party can be like a backbone where you're standing on, you don't think as young people we can just stand independent and be able to create an impact without standing on an established establishment?
That is also an option. I'll give an example of Honorable Binbo Mpundu, who is an independent member of parliament from Nkana constituency. He's an independent, and also the I'll call him former member of parliament, Munia Zulu, because now he's incarcerated, was also an independent member of parliament. So it's a two-way thing. Either you're independent or you go with the party, but it's really about what you want to do for the people, because you're a servant of the people, for the people. So it's really about what you want to do for the people. Do you want to uplift the lives of the people? Do you want to better the lives of the people? The party aside, you can be UPND and you fail to deliver. You can be PF and you deliver.
Awesome. When you look at maybe how the UPND have governed, the adoptions they've made, the appointments they've made, do you believe they've been ready to work with the young people?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I will say this is something that I have been talking about on my social media platform. Just that the current constitution that we have has Article 259, which already has a provision to allow young people and the women and persons of disabilities to be appointed or to be nominated by the president. But when you look at the president's cabinet, right, 28 cabinet ministers, we only have 5 women. right? When we look at